All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the meaning of the movie The Matrix. Now, I thought The Matrix was an amazing movie. It was like one of my favorite movies. When they wrote the movie, I believe they wrote it to be more open. So when you got through watching the movie, you'd want to talk about it, and it can mean different things to different people. It's kind of artsy, you know, how they do arts. Like if you go look at a painting, then they can look at it and each person sees it as a different way so they can talk about it. And I think that's how they kind of wrote it, where it's kind of open to interpretation. So the two brothers that made this movie, I thought they did an incredible job. They wrote the script, they produced it, directed it. Phenomenal success that they had. But one of the things that was interesting is the two brothers wouldn't talk about the movie. Like they wouldn't sit down and explain to people the movie. They said they wanted people to think about it themselves and come up with their own ideas, which was another great thing they did, I thought. So I had looked for a while on and off, and I've never found anywhere where they actually sat down and talked about it. I remember even buying the DVD, the special edition DVD, and it had and it read on there, and I didn't really read it good, but I just bought it, and because it said it said that it had the commentary. So I thought, okay, well, they're going to finally sit down and talk about the movie and the reason they wrote it and what it means. And guess what? It didn't. They had somebody else in there talking about how they actually made the movie, but not about the meaning of the movie and such. And I've read a bunch of different sites, and I've never really seen anywhere where they quoted or actually said anything about it. Little bits and pieces, but nothing. But this is the first time I actually read something, and I think this was, let me see, this was put out by Wired magazine. I think this just came out here. Well, I'm going to have to scroll all the way up in 2019. Let me scroll back down here to where I was at, so you could. And so here's the actual. This is in quotes from Lana, which was one of the brothers, but they had a change, so now that it's not Lana. But anyway, that's a different story. So this is what they say about it. It says this world has the Matrix all over the place. Said people accept ways of thinking that are imposed upon them rather than working them out themselves. The free-thinking people are those who question every sort of the matrix, every system or thought or belief, be political, religious, or philosophical. So, and that's pretty much what I thought the Matrix was. A lot of it was kind of to get you thinking about, you know, a system, like you're in a system, and that's exactly what they're talking about. So even in, you know, one of the scenes where Neo is in the building, you know, going to work, and he, you know, he's in the cubicle, and, you know, he's in the system, and they always talk about the system. You know, when you go into the Matrix, you're in the system over the control. You know, they had the architect who built it. So, and you know, that goes back to like a Point Break. So this, if we could listen to this, I don't know if YouTube's going to catch it, but if you listen to this, if you heard this, you know, Point Break is talking about the same thing, you know, the system. So let's listen to this for a second, and then we'll come back.
This was never about money for us. It was about us against the system. That system that kills the human spirit. We stand for something. To those dead souls inching along the freeways in their metal coffins, we show them that the human spirit is still alive.
So as you can see, there's a Point Break, and he's talking about, you know, the system, and, you know, how it's keeping them down, and people inching along, you know, the freeways in their metal coffins going to work every day. Kind of a negative spin on it, but that's what he's talking about, you know, the system, like, you know, people have control. And I believe that's exactly what the Matrix was talking about. And she even says it right here, the writer, one of the writers, you know, point blank. So if you want to know what the Matrix is about, if you've ever wondered, here it is. It's about the system and control. So if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear your take on it. Please leave them below, and thank you for watching, and have a great day.